Hello everyone, this is Jordan. This video is being recorded on the afternoon of Friday, May 17th, 2024. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you all had a great week, and what a week it was for precious metals and silver specifically. That's why I got this silver shirt and this silver tie on. Very appropriate for this video. Silver this week gained almost 10%. You had SILJ, GDXJ up roughly 7%, GDX up about 4.5%, gold up over 1%. But yeah, it was silver, and we have a clear breakout in silver. So let's talk about it in the video. So starting off here, we have the daily candle charts for gold and silver. Gold up here, silver down here. So in silver, this is classic action where we had 26 here. You have the breakout and retest, and then boom. Now, it doesn't always happen that way, but you have a breakout, and you had the retest here. I was thinking it's going to test here. Maybe it'll even test here. The open gap 25.92 did not make it all the way down there to that or the 50-day moving average. So again, classic action. We have the breakout and you have a retest. And then after the retest, the market can gain lots of strength. But it's also possible that you could have seen this before going up like that. So sometimes you see something like that. Other times you see breakout, retest, and then boom. I think the reason we got the boom here was because this wasn't that big of a breakout move before the retest. You know, we only went from 26 up to 29, which is a little over 10%. That's not that much of a move. So that it increases the odds that you're going to get an immediate retest. So silver today, almost hit 32 intraday, closed at 31.26. So now we have support at 29. You can call it 29.5. So if we do see a bit of selling next week, 29.5. So I would look to for support. Gold, we had the breakout above 21. It got all the way up to 24.50. So you had this here, and so that was given this little action here and then that. I think the odds of doing a retest all the way back to 2100 were pretty slim. I don't want to completely rule it out. You never can completely rule these things out, but nevertheless, it had a bigger move than silver. So hence, we're not getting the retest all the way back to 2100. Remember, I was thinking we were going to come back down here and fill this gap at 2240. Obviously didn't. Support here is at 2300. This close, it looks like this. I know this was a weekly closing high. I'd have to zoom in here. I didn't check, but this looks like by a hair or two, this is a daily closing high here. Now, I would love to see gold do a little consolidation like this before making that next move higher. If it does that, you have that would create a measured upside move of $200 an ounce plus a bit more, 24.17, 24.20. So again, if you get a little consolidation like this, then that would have a measured upside move of about 26.40, maybe 26.50. Last thing here, gold divided by silver, the gold-silver ratio. Clear breakdown below this trend line. So the next target, based on the other video that I did, was 75. 75 is an immediate target, but then 65. So 65, there's quite a bit of support in the gold-silver ratio at 65. So it's going down to 75, but ultimately in the next year or two, look for that $65 target. Okay, let's talk about silver. Done a video or two about this recently, so I'll try and discuss some new things here. This is the weekly line chart with the 82-week moving average in black here. Again, it's equivalent to the 400-day moving average. And so these are weekly closes. There's no volatility based on the candles. These are weekly closes. So you can see clear breakout here. Remember, all this price action here, that gives us a measured upside target of 34. And based on the weekly action, we can see resistance here. This line is just below 35. So the high 34s, we can call it 35. So 3 tests up near 35. This down here, this support is around 34. So there's a lot of memory here in the market at 34, 35. And given how strong silver is, that's where it looks like we're going next, 34, 35. Now, down here, this is some information from the Commitment of Traders report. This is the net speculative position. So it's divided by open interest, and this is open interest here. So what you need to know is the higher this is, the more speculators are in the market. So the more risk there is. They tend to be trend followers in weaker hands. The lower this is, that means there's very little speculation in the market. So there's a lot of room where speculators can come in and buy the market. Now, in gold and other commodities, this tends to be pretty uniform. The market goes up, this goes up, market goes down, it goes down. But I want to draw your attention to the beginning of the last secular bull around here. Look how high the net spec position got. So you could be right here in 2002, 2003, and you could be thinking, well, this is really bearish. And in a short-term sense, it can be. We had these high readings, and look, the market continued to take off. And even down here, 2013, the market still made a short-term low here, kept declining. 2018, this proved to be pretty bullish. You had the low here. Nice move up before the COVID crash. This also, this low corresponded to the low here. So, my question is, should we worry? I mean, this is up at 47%. This is fairly high. The highest in 15 plus years is around here at 50% or a little bit above that. It doesn't worry me that much because when you're in a new bull market and you're early in that new bull market, a sudden burst of bullish sentiment in a lot of speculation is not necessarily bearish. It's more of a confirmation that you're in a new bull trend. And so I point to what happened here, where you had this really high amount of speculation and the market kept moving higher after. But in a very short-term sense, it can be concerning. Now, if we keep moving up and this gets to be 55 or 60, and then we have silver up at 34, 35, then at that point I would say this is a bit concerning because the market is at a major resistance point of 34, 35. Then you could look for a rest for more than a week or two. Open interest, I mean, that's another indicator that can be worrisome at times, but, it's moved up a little bit. It's still pretty low. So I'm not going to worry about it unless silver gets really extended and this is high along with this. So that's what you need to know about the COT. Getting into the miners. So I already showed this. This strength was telegraphed by strength in the GDX and the GDX advanced decline line. So gold now is just getting back to this close here. Look at how much stronger GDX has been than gold. And the GDX advanced decline line. Again, this is a breadth indicator. It's a participation indicator, essentially showing you how many of the GDX stocks are rising and falling. And that's what we want to see. We want to see strong participation where the majority of the index is rising. So not only did this give us a positive divergence, but this was even stronger than GDX. So that was a really good sign. So that foretold the strength we've seen in the last week or so. Now, finally, okay, these are daily candle charts. I guess I didn't point that out here. GDX, GDXJ, SILG, these are the 50-day moving averages I have here. And folks, I've said this in other videos, this is just classic action here. We had the breakout here, retest, a little selling, and market was able to move up. Now it's broken this resistance. Today looks like a gap up. You have an open gap here. So this could be another gap up and the start of another big momentum move possibly. But this line is the next resistance. So this is where GDX is going. This is where GDXJ is going before they get to the next big resistance. And finally, same thing in the silver juniors. I mean, just a really strong candle here. Another open gap. So this is going to continue to trend higher. No major resistance till about 15. So, folks, it's all bullish and enjoy the profits and the higher prices. What else can I say right now? It's a bull market. You buy and hold, and that's what we're going to do on our premium service. We're going to continue to hold, going to look for, maybe the few stocks that are quality that have not moved yet or are still a really good value. But other than that, this is a time to make money. Enjoy it. Buy and hold. Don't be reckless. And hope you guys have a great weekend. Let me know what you think in the comments. Talk to you guys again next week.